we're here to loosen you up. We're gonna laugh, connect, and laugh some more. Open up the good times knocking on your door. From the serious to silly, we will never bore. It's the Think, Laugh, Connect show. What are you waiting for? Got a question in your head, need a moment to be fed. For the knowledge, for the truth, we're here to loosen you up. We're here to loosen you up. We're gonna laugh, connect, and laugh some more. Open up the good times knocking on your door. From the serious to silly, we will never bore. It's the Think, Laugh, Connect show. What are you waiting for? We're gonna laugh, connect, and laugh some more. Open up the good times knocking on your door. From the serious to silly, we will never bore. It's the Think, Laugh, Connect show. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
And welcome to another episode of Laugh, Connect, and Laugh Some More. I'm your host, Sean the Legend Killer Yoster. As usual, I'm joined with James Warpzone Brown. I'm also joined with Rudy Spectre van Wyk. And sorry, Kobus, I don't know what your surname is, but Kobus Milo Zeren as another host. Oh, well. So, hi, guys. Oh, shit, you guys were muted. So, say hi, guys.
How
Okay.
you doing?
Good, doing good. How you all doing?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. Got a bit of an injury, but I'll tell you all about it later.
Okay, so today we are talking about myths, legends, folklore, and fairy tales because they are so similar. Obviously, fairy tales are not based on people's belief that they are real, but there are some fairy tales that people believe in. But we'll get to that. So, what you guys think of today's topic?
I think it's a
Oh,
great
yeah,
topic.
definitely
Very
a
interesting
great.
topic.
Yes.
There's still a lot that's gonna come down on this one. I can see that coming.
Well, James, seeing you
And
the one that requested the topic, I think it's only
Yeah.
fair you start today's discussion.
Well, I mean, we'll start off with myths. So I told you I've been watching this guy on YouTube. He usually uses the myths and legends and stuff where he debunks everything. But the one that I've now seen a lot of people talk about, but nobody ever tries to debunk it or even tries to go looking for it. It's the infamous Mothman. And anybody heard about the Mothman before?
Yes, so this
I've heard of
was
it, but
a thing,
nothing
I
about it.
think, in the late or early 70s or 60s, isn't it?
Somewhere about there, yeah.
So for clearance, the Mothman would visit you just before you die. You see the
Yeah.
Mothman just before your death. There's actually a movie based on it with Richard Gere. I don't like it. It's a boring ass movie, but if you want more information on specifics, I suggest you watch the movie.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right. Yeah, we can look at
There
it later.
was so the legend behind the Mothman is when people start seeing him, and I'm not talking about one or two people. I'm talking about cities. Um, when that thing starts showing up in your area, in your city, that means something catastrophic is about to happen. It's happened where bridges have fallen, uh, earthquakes have hit. It's remarkable how this thing shows up just before shit happens. And it's weird as crap, eh? I mean, a lot of people, kids, uh, you know, younger chaps, old people, they all literally depict him to sketch artists as exactly the same. There's no difference. And I'm talking about people that are in different continents. They've never met each other. They've never spoken with one another, but they literally describe him as being exactly the same to a sketch artist. Uh, so I would honestly say that one is probably one of the most well-known myths. This one actually kicks the Sasquatch's ass, if we can put it in this sense. Has anybody ever seen it on this show? Cobus, you're in Australia. Have you
I,
ever
I,
heard
I,
this guy? Seen him?
I doubt any of us
No,
has seen him because we would be dead.
Yes.
Here's the thing. So a lot of people have seen him. I think the controversy comes into when you see him. Some people they do pass away, yes. Um, but also people have seen him. It's like he's trying to warn people that bad things is about to happen.
that's what myths and legends, mythical creatures all have in common. They are
Yeah.
a warning, yes. Here in Australia, we've got a mythical creature that's been talked about for what 30,000 years through the Aboriginal people, and it's called the bunyip,
Bunyip.
A
which
bunyip.
the bunyip, yes, Bunyip, and according to legends and so on, it's an ambitious amphibious monster that lurks in swamps, billabongs, creeks, and coastal waters. Um,
Okay.
it's a big creature that's got scales. It's got fangs like a saber-toothed tiger. It can swim underwater, above water. It can run on land, and it's there's actually a statue in it in a town in Queensland where this thing is like 10 feet tall, where they made it up. But obviously, yeah, there's a statue called the Bunyip.
Have you
But
got a?
if
Have
you
you
look
got?
about
I wanna look this up. I've never heard of the bunyip.
I also have never heard of it.
How do they spell that? The B
Bunyip,
NYP, ne?
But anyways,
NYIP,
go on with your story, Cobus.
and
Yeah.
if you think about it, it's stories that started thousands of years ago to keep people aware to stay away from swamps and creeks and billabongs and coastal waters. Because why? Up in the North Queensland, you go into those things, you die because there's crocodiles everywhere. So people see crocodiles when you go fishing, but you don't go there when it gets dark because the bunyip will get you and you can't see him coming. It's there to
So,
keep people safe, and
so,
stories and legends that's grown for such a long time.
so is that more a tall tale than an actual myth or legend?
I would say it's a myth or legend because there's stories of it being seen. There's people that have cut marks on their legs that comes from tusk-like. Um, it's caused by tusks, not by teeth, because the tusks are massive. Cuts in your legs. There's marks in trees of this thing climbing up trees and all sorts of things, but no videos, no photos ever.
So,
But
so,
Yeah.
so, so,
every
so, so
legend and
it's
myth,
like Bigfoot. Everyone swears they've seen it or been hurt by it, but there's no real proof.
that's correct,
Yeah.
yes. And just going on the topic, if you're in Australia, there's something similar to Bigfoot as well, called the Yowie,
Yes.
um,
And
which is the Australian Bigfoot, basically.
There was a video that
Oh,
I can find it. There's a guy that recorded. He went into the back of his house.
uh-huh.
This is about the topic of Bigfoot, where he would see his trees moving, and there's something in the trees, but you can't see it. It definitely sees him. It starts to move around, and you can clearly see it's going from one tree to another like a shadow figure, but it's massive, and to a point where suddenly the tree starts falling and the guy goes back into the house because the thing was running away.
Yeah.
That's correct, yes. So here in Australia in the last 10, 12 years, there's been a new development. Um, as most people would know, there's no big cats in Australia. They don't exist. It's just they don't. It's somehow this country evolved to not have big cats, where this is actually prime cat country of the savanna plains and the shrubs and
Mm.
plenty of plenty of food like kangaroos and stuff. So in the last 12 years, a lot of videos have surfaced that's actually made the news of a black cat, similar to a panther, but a little bit smaller. So it's still like almost 2 feet at its back height, where they see them walking through the shrubs and bushes and so on. But there's obviously no clear videos. It's just videos, but you can see these videos haven't been edited. They are real and they show some type of big feline, which is yeah, it's called a Queensland tiger. It's not something that exists, has never existed.
Queensland tiger. I'm going to have to do a bit more research on that. That popped my interest.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you see all types of crazy videos these days. Well, I mean, while preparing for the show, I saw actually a video of a chupacabra in Houston, Texas. For
Mm.
those that don't know what a chupacabra is, it's basically
from
uh,
Mexico.
from
Yeah,
Mexico.
Mexico, Texas.
It's a dog-like thing that sucks goat blood, basically.
Okay, so on the one that Cobus mentioned, I found something that looks quite interesting. I just want Cobus to say if it's similar to what he's talking about because uh this thing looks weird as fuck though. There, I'm gonna paste it on our general.
Oh, Tasmanian tiger. That's a fake video because they have died out.
No, no,
Um,
because I mean, if
but
you look
but
at it,
The Tasman tiger used to exist, and that's an
no, no, no,
absolute freak of nature.
true,
Yes.
yeah. But I mean, they do have a short video of one that is alive still,
No, no, it's not.
or that
It
used to
was
be alive.
it's a black and white video of the last one that died in captivity many years ago. So it's black and white video, but they have
Yeah,
recently enhanced it into color. Yes,
yeah.
but you should
I
see the
mean,
skull and the fossils of the Tasmanian tiger. It can open its mouth 180 degrees.
yeah. But
So
now,
imagine that thing storming up at you.
wouldn't you say it might be a variant of that, perhaps?
Oh, it's just my opinion. That's right. They've died out. They've been hunted to extinction.
Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, the Queensland tiger, it might be a variant of this that people are
Could be,
saying.
but after theories around is going about that it's just a normal domestic cat
Mm.
that lives in the bush and obviously has a lot of food, no predators, and it just keeps growing. So
I mean, yeah, most
um,
of your
normal domestic cat will go wild when it goes to bush.
yeah, I mean, most of your predators are basically, waterlogged, if I can put it in that way.
Yeah, the only real predator in Tasmania, you get the Tasmanian devil, which is small. It's like a little Jack Russell, but
Yeah.
it
What?
it can give a honey badger run for its money. It
Mm.
won't. Um, but yeah, in mainland Australia, the only real predators out here that
So,
is
so
really
what you
deadly would be
yeah, so
the
what you're
crocodiles.
telling me
Yeah.
right now is when you go into the bush, you've got two things you watch out for: crocs and honey badgers. Is that what you're telling me?
Honey badgers live in South Africa. They don't live here. Now, if you
What,
go in
don't
bush,
you
you won't
have
find
a dog?
crocodiles in the bush. They're in the water.
Okay,
But in the
Okay,
bush, you get snakes and scorpions and spiders and other things that'll try and
but well,
kill
we
you.
we are moving away from
yeah,
topic now.
yeah, I'm curious, but yeah, the what's this photo that you posted now, Legend? I think you're looking on the one there.
Yeah, so that's the picture from the chupacabra looking into the zoo. But the thing is, yeah, the way it stands it looks like human
Okay,
Hello,
so
yeah.
that one I
with a
can,
mask on,
yeah,
for
so
me.
that
It
there is
does, yes.
definitely debunkable because number one, the chupacabra apparently isn't that high. The height difference isn't correct on that one if they want to say that's the chupacabra because the chupacabra is about the same height as a goat.
Yeah, so
Its main food is
like I
chickens.
said, the biggest problem is like when you're going after these myths and stuff, there are
Yeah,
so many things that are fake.
that
If you go but up in this Discord, you'll see that I found the unicorn, which they've actually found bone pieces of this thing. It's not a horse. It was actually a prehistoric rhino with a big horn on its forehead
Oh, that's the fluffy one.
was fluffy, yes, but it's prehistoric. So
mm,
the unicorn existed, but it wasn't a horse and it wasn't pretty. It was a hairy rhino.
yeah. Because I mean, a lot of times as well, people go, especially these guys going to dig up bones and shit. They forget to put in the value of body fat and skin thickness and skin. So they originally just try and design these things as a lot smaller and thinner than what they would have been. I mean, if you're
Yeah,
looking
there's
at the sorry, Chris, when you look at the Loch Ness monster, okay, the legend of the Loch Ness monster, um, they also say, oh, no, it's prehistoric, which I mean is plausible because I mean
I
that
mean,
thing could have evolved and
or
because
not
it
evolved, because
yeah, true. I think the only
look,
thing that happened with it is it's the same with let's put it like this. You know the koi fish, right? So when a koi fish stays in a very big pond, they tend to get very, very huge, right? But when they lock down into a small habitat, they tend to become smaller. And I think this can be you know described to the Loch Ness monster because it's literally locked down to the Loch Ness. So it's not as big as what it was supposed to be prehistorically. And it gives it the chance to hide because there's a lot of caves and stuff down in the Loch Ness. I honestly must say, if there's one that I do believe in, it might actually be the Loch Ness. There might definitely be something in there.
that and the
Yeah, because
kraken.
those water systems up in Scotland can get up to a kilometer, 2 kilometers deep.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, not even factoring in the point of the caves, they know there are caves down there. They don't know how deep those caves go, but when they did that whole sonar sweep over there, they did find there were caves and stuff there. They haven't actually gone down to look in them caves. So I mean, if there's one legend or myth that I definitely do actually believe in. I mean, yeah, the Loch Ness is definitely the one that's plausible.
That and for me the Kraken, because octopuses can get
Oh
large,
yeah,
and
no, definitely.
and the deeper you go, the bigger they become.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
The thing about octopuses is that our sea that on our lovely planet we haven't explored everywhere. The sea is so big, so the the sea that being that big, the obviously something that can hold a whale as massive as that thing is. How much bigger can we go at that point?
Well,
That's just a correction.
NASA stopped exploring our oceans. A lot of people say it's because they found very scary shit, and that's not even
Yeah,
that far in.
they say they've stopped, but uh, like I told you guys, I'm following this guy called AJ Gentile. He's the creator of the Y Files. I sit with him, bro. NASA, NASA's fucked up, mate. They tell you they do shit, but they do the opposite, and they don't care whether you know it or not. So yeah, I
Yeah, that's
wouldn't
true.
always believe everything NASA tells you.
No, I don't believe everything they tell me, but I'm just saying, like, if you're
Yeah,
going off what everyone says, I'm not saying it's true or not. Obviously, I can't. I'm not
yeah,
in the
yeah,
inner circle, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. No, definitely. I mean, there was that whole story of the Bigfoot story, and I know Sean, you do like your Bigfoot stories quite a lot, where the two guys that actually caught the video of the Bigfoot, physical video of the Bigfoot walking, they contributed to, at the end of the day, I think the one guy said, no, he was the one that was inside of the suit. But it's still, there's still a lot of questions behind that video because of the way he was walking. I mean, the guy says, yes, he's in a suit, but a lot of guys that are good with video editing, video enhancements, and stuff like that, they've literally gone through that video frame by frame. And sections of that film actually shows the toes curling up just before they put the foot down. You can't do that in a suit, man. Come on.
The other
The
thing is
the
those
the
arms are too long.
the issue I have with video proof these days, and even sound proof, is
Uh,
AI.
yeah, but now that's the thing. This is a very old video. Um, you can see the difference between the original video and if it was AI enhanced. You can clearly see the difference. Um, what I talk about when I say these guys that actually did investigation on this video, they basically ran the film and they had the shake. You know when somebody used to take an old camera and they tried recording something zoomed in, every little fucking twitch and shake they had looked like they were jumping up and down out of excitement.
And going out of focus.
Yes. So what these guys program did was they stabilized the focus on that specific moving object. So yes, everything was moving up and down, but you could literally focus on that moving target on the film and see the target a bit more detailed. And you can see the toes curling, the way the arms and the hands and the wrists move. And I don't know, it's gonna be real difficult to do that shit in a costume. Um, so yeah,
The,
I don't
just
know,
to
man.
interrupt, I'm putting in a disclaimer quickly. Everything we say is based on something we've read or seen.
Yes.
So we are not saying we have physically had seen real proof of anything. It's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
And if we don't talk about anything that's in the myths, legends, folklore, or fairy tales that you are interested in today, just send us a message and we'll do another show
Yeah.
on this. Because the thing is, these things are so wide ranged. There's actually podcasts that dedicate just talking about this type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yes.
definitely.
The other thing is,
That's true. Yes.
over there in America, there are some people who do not want to talk about it because they are labeled as nutty, crazies. That they are high or they're seeing things. The thing is, there was this one video of a family that basically got to Bigfoot's resting place, and they actually got Bigfoot on a mountain. Now, I don't care if you are wearing a suit or what.
Mm.
That the size, the character on the mountain, and it is quite high. It's pretty big, it's pretty large, and they saw Bigfoot, and Bigfoot saw them, and he was pissed. He was waving his arms around. It was kind of like, God damn it, you guys are at my home. Why are you at my home? Now I have to find a new place to sleep, right?
Oh,
So
And
he
correct me as well, sorry, really, but correct me as well.
Yep.
So, Bigfoot's supposed to be like what, 8, 9 feet tall?
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
That's a big bastard.
That's a big boy.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
And big boy, yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, really, in your opinion, wouldn't that thing rather attack you than wave
it
his arms?
um
Because I mean, if somebody fucking comes into my house,
look,
I'm gonna kick his ass.
this thing is able to snap trees, and I'm talking big logs. If it can snap that, what can it do to you? It would break you in half. It would rip your arms off because
Oh, definitely.
it's
Yes.
that strong. But what I find surprising is for
Yeah.
something that big, it is super stealthy. It cannot be
Mm, mm,
found.
mm.
It cannot be caught because it is just too fast as well. Some people have considered that Bigfoot might be using some kind of teleportation or something like that. I don't know, some kind of being that knows too much than what we know. That is actually
Yeah.
super smart. So
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, when you think of it, a lot of people also believe that the human race evolved from the monkeys to where we are now through genetic enhancements from aliens. Let's put it straight. Um, so now when you contribute Bigfoot to being very intelligent, I mean, wouldn't it be more intelligent to actually end up having Bigfoot in the rainforest?
Look, I'm going to argue two facts now.
Mm.
So, number one, yes, it's plausible that Bigfoot is an unevolved human. So it's in between
Yeah,
becoming human and being monkey. So it's possible. It's plausible that it's
yeah,
in between the two.
You mean ape?
Or ape or gorilla or whatever you want to call it. It's a primate. It's between primate and human. Maybe
yes.
I can live with that fact.
No, that's a
But
that's a plausible.
That's quite plausible.
teleportation. Now we're going into the realm of science fiction.
exactly. But that's what I saw from because that's what some people believe that that
Yeah.
they can just just disappear out of thin air.
Well, I mean, look at.
That's yeah.
I mean, let's try and look at the facts, right? So he's always in the jungle, okay? He's always in forest areas,
Yes.
correct? So
Yes.
he's very
And
agile.
mountain areas.
Yeah, mountain area. So he's very he's 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 adapted to that specific area, which means he knows the area. So for him to disappear, yeah, it's easy. And I mean, when you're looking at a guy that's fucking 8 foot, I mean, what's the leg span on that guy at the end of the day? So yeah, he's gonna be able to move fast and disappear fast too. I really want
Yeah,
to
that's
do a
true. That's
Sasquatch hunt.
Yeah,
I really
because
want to do a Sasquatch hunt one day.
if you take a look at the normal human, how fast they run, they're quite fast, right?
Yes.
But now you take something that is capable of breaking a tree in half,
Mm.
with big calves, big legs, big foot.
Yeah.
Um, and the thing is, as big as it is quite how can I say, gentle on the ground. What I mean is, normally if you get close to a lion or something like that, you can hear that thing walk, right? This
Mm, mm,
thing,
mm.
this thing is silent. It is very very silent, and it runs so damn it would run so damn fast. So we do not know how fast it runs, but considering that it disappears in mere seconds, I would suggest this thing is super fast.
Well, it's not to do with fastness. I'm going to give you an example. I'm a big boy.
Yes.
James will tell you I'm a big boy.
Mm,
And I walk so quietly, you won't know I'm behind you.
mm, mm,
I've scared the living crap out of people just by saying hello from behind them.
mm. But I mean, when you think of it now, wouldn't it be easier for that thing just to stay in the rainforest? I mean, there's a certain percentage of
rainforests are
rainforest.
getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, that's true, but it's still big enough for him to be able to hide in without anybody bothering him.
Well, it
That's
depends
true.
on the food, depends on the weather conditions, it depends on many factors. Sure, rainforest could be good, but sometimes they do change their positions. There was a video. I think there was like a family of Bigfoots, walking on in the Yellowstone Park, where they was walking very very close to one of the geysers. It was in winter as well. It was snowing, and you can clearly see something big, like massive, is moving there in the forest that the camera caught. S-
That's true. Yeah, sorry about that.
So
Yeah,
I don't
so
think they stay at one spot. They are definitely moving in different
it's
directions.
definitely a migrational animal.
Yes.
Let's put it in that sense. I mean, I guess they are. I mean, without physical evidence that they do migrate, we don't know.
Well, I mean, if you base it on human deontology, I hope that's the right word. Like us humans, we move like a virus. We populate one area, and once that area is full, we go to a new area and populate that
Mm,
area again. That's the one thing the Matrix got right. You know, we move more like a virus than actual mammals do.
Yes.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely. And now we're getting close to occupying space too now, so we're gonna be really being a virus right now. But so
Um, when it comes to folklore and so on, there's a guy who does a series called Expedition Unknown. His name is Josh Gates. I watch all these series is because he goes everywhere from searching the chupacabra to um, looking for Bigfoot,
Mm.
um, and all sorts of things. And he goes in at night and he goes and looks with a whole team of radar and lidar and all sorts of things. And he's a true expedition artist. If you guys want to look up at a series called Expedition Unknown, he's pretty good and he goes real in depth as well.
Yeah, the only thing, as I said before on this show, the only thing what I don't like of some people, especially when they're trying to make videos of Bigfoot and what, is the camera's always fixated on their faces, not really as to where they are looking. And once they look, ah, I saw
Mm.
something, and then they look and it's like, I see nothing. And it's kind of like a mockery. They are, and this is how
Yeah.
skepticism is built, and this is why nobody listens to anyone when you talk about
Mm.
these things, because they play music, they're making it dramatic. Their cameras always fixated on their faces, never really about what they capture. And for some reason, with all the equipment that they have, they never ever capture a
I know that's
glimpse
so true. That
of
is so
of
bloody
of
true.
the creature. And it I'm just gonna say it, it pisses me off when they
It
do
does.
that,
It does.
because I'm looking for real stuff. I
Mm.
believe everybody on the internet is looking for the real stuff, but
Mm.
the skepticism starts building up when you only hear sounds of it, and but you never see pictures or videos of it. And
Yeah, I
that's
mean, those are the guys that draw you in because of clickbait. That you
Yeah.
know, and because some of them look at it because it's entertaining, but it's not real. It's not real journalism. It's not people that actually want to find something. They just want to put on a show so that they can get paid.
Yeah. No, no,
That's true, yes.
and hence the reason why we started our podcast as raw. When we make fuck ups, you hear the fuck ups. We
You're
don't
gonna hear them,
cut it. We don't cut it out.
like me muting everybody every 5 seconds.
You know, uh, and that's where I see. You know, that if more people start shows the way we do, where they don't go in and spend 7 hours in editing to make it look like, you know, a sci-fi video or shit like that.
Or
Yeah.
movie, or
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a lot more interesting shit to watch, to be honest,
yeah.
and a lot less clickbait.
That's why once, for me personally, when I look at folklore, once I watch videos of Bigfoot and what, I then go to
Mm,
werewolves, and then after that, I then go to dog man. There's this one channel called NCS something TV, shows both of that, all of that actually, of
mm,
videos people are trying to capture. There was this one video, there was this black guy somewhere in America. Um, he was doing a recording live with himself on Facebook,
Yeah.
mm.
and he said, I swear to you, I freaking saw something move in the back of my yard. And as he was recording, you just see this big, massive, looks like a werewolf, bolting in his yard, going into the forest, and he shot himself.
I mean, werewolf. I don't know.
that goes more in fairy tale
I don't know.
aspect. But okay, let's make an argument. Let's make the fucking argument. Let's say fucking vampires and werewolves are real.
Vampire is a bit much though.
Yeah, vampires is a bit much.
But that
Well, I mean,
actually came
if
from
you are
originally. from
Look,
Count Dracula, who did exist and he was real and he did drink humans' blood.
Well,
He wasn't
yes.
invincible. He didn't turn into a bat at night, but Count Dracula was real and he did kill people to drink their blood. That is
And
just a fact.
and
But
he,
from
and
that's
there, the legend
vampire more.
grew. And from there, the legend grew, and people started saying things about him disappearing at night and flying and all sorts of things. So
okay,
But that's
no,
somewhere there's
wait.
that,
I
always
know
truth
more
that
of Dracula
starts
than
here.
any of you guys.
yeah, no. So
So
with
okay,
yeah, but
so
doesn't that make him a
basically,
cannibal?
no, no. Well, technically yes, but what happened is Lord. I can't remember all his names now, but he was real. And he was known as the impaler because he used to impale people on long sticks to make, and then take a cup and let their blood flow into the cup and drink it. While
Vlad, you
Vladimir.
say that.
Vladimir something, yes. So he had a castle. So this one Irish writer named Bram Stoker went to visit the castle, and he had this fantastic nightmare while sleeping in that castle, and the nightmare was about vampires sleeping in Vlad's room, and that's where he got his story for Dracula.
That's true, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, my wife just also told me apparently there is a disease called the vampire syndrome. Anybody heard of it?
Yes,
No.
so I suffer from problems with light. So lights hurt my eyes. So it's the same thing. And some people can't go into the sun because the sun physically hurts their bodies.
Okay. Oh, that makes a bit more sense to me. But look,
Yes.
I mean, there's another one akin to vampires and werewolves. It's called um, skinwalkers.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, I see a lot of that on TikTok.
Um,
What on earth is that?
okay, so irregardless of skinwalkers, so apparently it's like a shapeshifter.
Oh,
Yeah,
more about that.
no, 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 no. So it takes the shape of your animal, but when you look at its eyes, it doesn't look. It looks fucking evil, but
Yeah,
it does everything your animal would used to, but it'll slowly drive you crazy before killing you.
yeah. So,
Okay.
um, Kubas, to explain it to you a little bit better. So you know when you show light into most animals' eyes, you get that sheen that come back, right?
Oh,
That
yes. Yep.
glow of the eyes. So humans don't have that, right?
Yep.
So a lot of people have said they've caught where one moment they see animals running around, and then all of a sudden, when they try and track that animal, they don't see the animal anymore. They see a person in the area, but when they shine that light on that person's eyes, they end up getting that sheen. And that's I think where the whole myth behind shapeshifter skinwalkers come from. I mean, there's even a place called the Skinwalker Ranch. That's
Yes.
also well known for a lot of paranormal activity. Meaning UFO sightings. They've contributed quite a lot of stuff happening to that Skinwalker Ranch. They've even got guys living at that Skinwalker Ranch doing 24/7 experiments over there.
Yep.
Um, that's a very interesting one to actually look into and follow.
Yeah, and there's also a possibility that some of those skinwalkers are in the Appalachian Mountains. I do not really know what in the Appalachian Mountains is, but if you go to Appalachian Mountains, they give you a set of rules that you have to follow if you are going to live there. Basically, everybody that used to be there gives you all the warnings and say, listen. If you hear your own voice, you didn't hear your own voice. You
Yeah.
should stay quiet. Somebody knocks at the door, you don't answer it late at night. If you hear someone whistle, you don't whistle back. So yeah, there's all of these rules that you have to follow if you're going to the Appalachian Mountains because skinwalkers, what they like to do is they like to, let's say if you were to come with me, right? And then suddenly you hear my voice from one direction, but then I come from the other direction.
Mm.
That because they are trying to use your other people's voice to lure you into the darkness to catch you off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
It,
even a story once I saw on YouTube where this ranger was telling the story. He's saying he was called to the mountain area, and what happened is this mom and kid went on a hike, and this guy comes to her and told her to come with her, and then she disappeared for a couple of hours. And then when she
yep.
came back, she seemed different. And she wanted to take the kid, and the kid kept on saying, "You're not my mom, you're not my mom." And the ranger
Yeah.
got involved, and this woman's answers were so erratic and so confusing. She just seemed so weird. So they
Mm.
waited for the dad to come and to sort things out as well. And even he said, "This is not my wife," because she just seemed so different. She even said to the ranger, "Let me take the boy and leave, or else I'll scream."
Yo,
Dude, I
I think
mean,
there was drugs involved, mate.
I'm not sure, but I think I've seen that one, Sean. Her answers were more instinctive than rational answers, and that's what I think gave it away. It's more like it's instinctively than a rational conversation. I mean, if a skinwalker is some type of an animal, of course it's gonna, you know, use more instinct than anything else. Because I
That's true,
mean,
yeah.
memories aren't their memories. So yeah, it's like, it's definitely a fucking weird one that day. I mean, and a lot. There is so much when it comes to shapeshifters and skinwalkers. There is so much information out there, but it's gonna take a hell of a long time to try and figure out which ones
But
are the ones that are real and which ones
these
are the
days
ones that are
we
fake.
these days we do live in a digital age
Mm.
where whatever you can think of, you can create within 5 minutes by
Yes.
using
That's it.
AI and technology
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And then with obviously everybody being connected socially and all sorts, it
Mm.
takes 5 minutes to circumnavigate the globe digitally. So if you
Yes.
just have the right idea, the right mindset, you can create something and then it can go viral until proven otherwise.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, skinwalkers is not a new thing, Kubiso, as well. It's been around for a long time. It's just crazy some of the stuff that that uh, that is happening. You know, like a lot of times people say they've seen two moons, and then a lot of people go, "Oh, okay, are you going to confront the glitch in the matrix, or are you just going to go to bed and pretend nothing happened?"
Yeah,
Or
I
or
mean,
Yes,
or some cases where people would record an airplane or a helicopter in the air, and it would seemingly just be standing still and not really moving, would just be hovering there and not really doing anything.
yeah.
Yeah, crazy
Wow.
times.
like I say, there is when you pick a topic like this, there is so much that falls into this category. It's hard to just pick one and carry on with it. Because I mean, it's I don't know. It's weird the way that one myth leads to uh, the next one. It's like they literally following one another. A lot of, and most of these myths and stuff is contributed to Plum Island. The story behind Plum Island. It's an island somewhere in America. Um, they use that
Yep.
island to experiment. The government uses it to do experiments. I'm talking about they've contributed tick fever to come from there. They contributed Mothman as being the origin, the birthplace of the Mothman. It says that Mothman was created there. Um, dude, there's so many stuff that's come from that
Once again, this is part of conspiracy.
Yeah,
We're not
no, a
saying
lot
it's
of it is.
real.
No,
Oh,
it
no, no,
is.
no. Well, I mean, myth as well, but also conspiracy because of saying it would be created
But that,
there.
that's what I say. It's such a wide, broad spectrum that it's like it falls all under one type of fucking category, which means it's
Well,
crazy.
there's one thing that I need to ask, since the three of you are in South Africa, why has the mythical creature, the Tokolosi, not come into this conversation yet?
I,
Honestly, that is an African
I,
belief.
I can answer that.
Okay.
Sorry, sure. I can answer that one very clear. So the Tokoloshi, ne, is more a belief system than a myth. The Zulu nation contributed to belief.
And it
Instead of
also falls under the ghost story spectrum and not myth.
yeah. I mean, I've done prior to us now starting this conversation. I've actually looked into how we gonna fit South Africa into the whole myth and legend situation. And I was looking into the whole Tokoloshi section of it. But the Tokoloshi falls more under the category of a belief system than anything else, to be honest with you. I mean, I was curious about it to put it into our segments, but there's just not enough to go on at the end of the day. I
I
hope
don't
that answers
really.
your question a bit
I
better.
I don't know if we even have any cryptics over here in South Africa.
No, nothing
Maybe
I
we
can think of,
do,
not
but
top of my head,
nothing
no.
to think of.
And I mean,
No.
I really did look. I really did
I mean, our legends and stuff like that are is like the hole in the wall. For those that don't know what the hole in the wall is a mountain that's
Coffee, Coffee Bay, yeah.
is in the sea, and there's like a small hole in the middle of it where you can see the sea coming through it as well. So a lot of myths and legends of how that was built and all that. You know, is it man made? Is it not? Then there's the myth and the legend of the ghost of the Castle of Good Hope.
That's true, yes.
So, but there's not like anything significant li- uh, 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 like Bigfoot or a giant fucking lion, you know, that is most cases in most horror movies. This giant white lion from Africa. We don't have actual stuff like that.
That's true.
No,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad because if we did have some cryptics over here, I would have loved to go and see if we can find evidence of it. Which is something which fascinated me about Bigfoot, but also scares the living hell out of me because what do you do if something that large and that massive is walking around your tent?
I probably shit myself.
Yes.
I'm not gonna even, I'm not gonna even act like I'm macho or shit. Like, I'll shit myself, make up such a stink that it's like, I don't want to eat this shit, bro.
It will go, what the hell stings like that?
Diarrhea. Yeah. That's it. That'll
Here's
be my defense mechanism.
here's the thing. The funny thing is, it won't even be bothered because it will probably be more stinkier than you are.
Yeah, dude. I don't eat shit, so yeah, I'm sure that thing won't eat shit as well.
Because the one thing people have been reported each and every time when they get close to Bigfoot,
Mm,
they report to smell something odor, something very, very bad, something they cannot describe. It's a
mm,
horrible smell.
Yes.
So you think, oh, I'm gonna take a massive dump, thinking you're scaring it away. Meanwhile, you're doing nothing to it.
yeah. I mean, look at the end of the day when it comes down to people telling stories, né? Um, when people start putting information in, not a lot of people say, yeah, but it smells. You could smell this and this and this, but you can't identify that. Those are small little information facts that I take in, me personally, when I hear a story, which tells me, okay, you could have left out the point that that thing smelled like shit, but they didn't. Which to me, in turn, tells me that story might just be true because when you look at people usually trying to fabricate a story or fabricate a myth, they leave out those smaller significant details when they're telling the story because their mind automatically thinks that it's a fact of information that's not necessary. They need to make it more interesting to be more to get the people more attracted to that myth. You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but
when
my
people
question
do tell me,
is, like, when these myths and stuff arrive, why does it focus mostly in America? Yeah, there are other myths and legends all over the world, but the most famous ones are from the USA.
Well, there is legends in Australia. There is legends in the UK. Definitely,
Yep.
you have the Yowie, as stated before, in Australia. You have in the UK also some kind of a Bigfoot that they have over there, and mostly werewolves. Quote unquote werewolves that just, well, dog man, as they put
mm,
it, dog man. And in America, you have all three. You have the Bigfoot, you have the dog man, you have the Skinwalker. Um, yeah, but as you stated, most of the focus is in America, but there is definitely in the UK, and
mm,
is definitely in Australia, and there is some other things in the Middle East. Definitely some weird stuff over there as well.
yeah,
Um, but it seems to be even in Mexico as well, like the chupacabra and stuff like that. But yeah, so far those are the only ones that we know of. But it seems like over here in the Great Africa, there isn't really anything that is
Yeah,
cryptic.
well, I wouldn't say that. We have a lot of haunted places.
Yeah, how haunted, yes, but I'm
Yeah.
talking specific cryptic.
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm the guy that likes to think things through rationally. So I think I can contribute it because of um, people in those areas like to be online mostly. When you look at people in France and in Paris, they don't like being online that much. You don't see a lot of stuff from France or Paris or so even most of the most European countries. Um, so I can
But
contribute
that's
it to
also, you've also got to remember that with modern technology, everything that you
mm,
search for and look up and track will be just part of your history.
yeah,
It's the same as 50% of the world's information when it comes to pictures and videos and such is all Chinese. You don't see
mm,
anything Chinese in your feeds because you don't look for it. But half of the world's digital technology and feeds and short videos is all from China. But you don't see them because it's for their market. So if you're going to
mm.
start searching more for things in Europe and France and Spain or whatever,
That
you
could
will
be
find
true. Yeah.
things, and then your feed will be
I
feeding
don't,
more of those
I
things. That's just how
don't,
digital marketing works.
I don't agree with that because there are a lot of myths and legends in Europe. I mean, I can name one now that you go, oh yeah, like dragons, fucking leprechauns.
Yes.
I mean, there's quite a few myths from Europe as
Mm,
well. I mean, it's not like they don't have their myths and legends. It's just like you forget about them because,
mm.
because you focus on the ones you like, basically, and you prefer. So, like me, I love dragons, so that's why I can top of my head I can go, oh yeah, they said dragons were real at one stage.
But if you were to think, put yourself back in the year 1000, so 1,000 years ago, and you were to find a massive rock that's basically, now we know it's fossils. It is just fossilized bones. If you pick up this massive bone and you've got no idea where it comes from, but it looks like it's a bird's bone, but it also looks like it's a lizard's bone, you're gonna form something because back then you didn't have the technology and the research capabilities, and from there folklore and things will grow and it will just keep growing and growing and growing. These days
Because,
we've got
because,
technology which scrutinize everything, even though some of it could be real, but technology will just scrutinize everything these days, where
Yes.
a couple of hundred years ago you were just going on what people think it is, and then from there legends would grow. So
well,
all legends and folklore would have roots of something real that initiated it at the very start.
I can agree with something like that. You wanted to say, Sean? Sean?
yeah, sorry, I was busy looking something up. Um, because like the
I'm just
word dinosaur wasn't discovered until like not too long ago, like couple thousand years, or maybe 1,000 years ago. So with dinosaurs is I think a lot of dragons that they said back in the day were actually dinosaurs that were mistaken for something else.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's more what Globus was trying to explain to you now.
that is correct, yes. I'm just reading up on a little something else here found online, where back in 1924, in the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal, they found a blubber on the beach, which was just a ball of fat that basically looked somewhere in between a fish and an elephant and such. And it would forever be unknown what it really was, because back then they didn't keep um, samples, they didn't take genetic material to store it for later. They just
Mm.
think of what it was. So on this article, it says it's a fish-like polar bear. Um, Obviously, if that were to
So,
happen today, within a day they will do DNA tests and stuff, and to find this blubber of a fat thing on the beach, they will know exactly what it is. Back then, you didn't because you didn't have that technology.
no. I mean, look at now. I mean, they've now apparently discovered a new polar bear species. It's like a crossbreed between a polar bear and a grizzly.
Oh dear.
No, no, I mean they contributed that polar bear and grizzlies do. I mean they do migrate, especially polar bears, and apparently polar bear was shagging a grizzly, or a grizzly was shagging a polar bear for some reason.
So now you already have a polar bear that is known to hunt down humans.
Yeah,
Now you have that thing mixed in with a grizzly. Now it's even much more dangerous and fast at the same time.
I don't know. Eh? I mean, I've looked into it a little, but I don't know. But the day when I see one in a zoo, I'm like, yeah, okay, that should happen.
Do let us
If
know.
that if that thing is in a zoo in South Africa, it will be shaved because it's too hot.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely.
I
You
mean,
know what they say. You know they say about polar bear. If it's white, say good night.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's
if
apparently
it's
upbringing a
brown,
lot of
lay
things.
down. If it's black,
Yeah.
fight
Fight
back.
back.
Yeah, just lie in your back and put some tomato sauce on your belly and hope you have a quick death.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, so I mean, we're in that age of technology where we are bringing things back. Like scientists brought back some dire wolves, and I know James has a lot to say about that.
oh, I love a dire wolf. Dude, those things are huge, but the intelligence span on those animals are phenomenal, really. To be honest, I mean, if they do bring back the direwolf species, at the end of the day, all dogs can trace their lineage back to wolves. Nobody can doubt the fact. I'm a big dog person. Um, I do love my animals quite a bit, but when it comes to dogs and wolves, I really do love I really do love the history on those.
But my wonder is, when are we gonna have a real Jurassic Park?
I mean,
Uh,
Maybe when we're old and grey.
fuck, I'm
hopefully
already
not.
grey.
Hopefully not, because the thing is, if we manage to do something like that, we will have a full description and full evidence of what it would look like,
Mm,
and we would also hear the most accurate sounds of it if that were true.
yeah.
Um, so, like for instance, the T-Rex, when they made the movie, they got a call saying that, yeah, but a T-Rex is not supposed to look like this. It's not a lizard. It's more of a bird. It would have feathers and it would sound different. And then the guy was like, "It's a movie." It's not supposed to be accurate. It's a movie. It's supposed to install fear into the viewer when they look at this thing that looks so real, right?
Mm,
And that was the whole purpose of the movie. Make something that looks extremely real, that moves real because it is real, um, and also mix the sound of using an elephant, a lion, a crocodile, and so on
A pig.
to a pig, and make it freaking scary as hell, in which they nailed it. But if you were to listen to a T-Rex, it would not roar, it would just make a big vibrating sound because it uses the sound vibrations to detect where you are. So you can stand still as much as you like. It's not gonna help you.
Yeah. I just quickly
That's
popped up
true. Yeah.
just a point of information there. I popped up a photo between a difference between a normal wolf and a dire wolf. That dire wolf is pretty much almost the same size as what a tiger is, mate. That thing stands just as high as what a tiger would.
Goodness.
That's crazy.
And I mean, if you look at it from a pup, for having a puppy, for instance, um, if you're gonna have a puppy of that dire wolf, it's gonna roughly be that big. That's a puppy.
Yo.
I mean, that pup is the same size as what my border collie is right now.
Yeah.
About the same size.
And
But
domesticated. Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah.
I
Bigger.
mean,
Yeah.
apparently they are very loyal. I mean, having a pack of those guys, bro.
Yeah. They wouldn't know if they're very loyal because they have to breed them and see how it goes. Yes.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the canine. I don't know. Canines are. It's like they were bred for humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, all the types of
I
breeds dogs
mean,
get these days is crazy.
there's also the argument that back in ancient Egypt, cats were altered because if you look at a cat, it has a lizard eye, and it's the only mammal on the planet with that eye. Like other big cats, like leopards, lions, they have the same pupils as we do.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no,
that's true,
definitely.
isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it's not something that a lot of people end up thinking about. But I mean, yeah. I mean, look at that show. Um, what was that thing? What's that bloody show with Khaleesi in it? Game of
Oh, yeah.
Thrones. Uh,
Yes.
mm, someone's in
But yeah,
trouble.
no, we. That's right, Sean. We know we're recording. Yes.
So,
Ask for a sandwich.
I need a sandwich. Bring a bottle of
No,
whiskey,
that
Tone.
I was muted, so I mean, the people didn't hear me. So that was my wife. She just gave me a
Yeah.
call, and I'm kidding, like I'm fucking recording. I'm in a session. Then she keeps on
Yeah,
talking.
typical wife. But anyway, like I was saying, when you look at Game of Thrones, remember that one family faction was had the wolves.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
so they contribute that more towards the dire wolf,
Towards.
the dire wolf. They a lot of people reckon, that watch the show. They said, "Oh, yeah, no, they've got dire wolves for their protection because each apparently." I'm not a Game of Thrones fanatic. The family, um, each kid had their own wolf that they had
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
raise.
true. Yes.
So yeah, that
And we'll
that
look after them
actually,
in all shapes. Yes.
yeah, so that was actually a dire wolf that they casted in that show.
Honestly, I think I would like a pet dragon.
I would
I
honestly love
wouldn't
to
mind
have a
one as
dire
well.
wolf.
Yes.
I would honestly love to have a dire wolf. You guys can keep your dragons. I
Uh,
would love a dire
You can
wolf.
hand out more rides at the theme park on a dragon.
Yeah.
But that and if someone looks shit to you, you send that dragon to f him up.
Mhm.
You're like, here, boy, eat that.
Do you know how much that thing would eat? If we take what we've seen in
That
movies and stuff, the size.
But that's not your problem. It's the problem of your enemies, isn't it?
It's like the
Yeah.
country said war. Okay, send the dragon.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Ah, no, it's wonderful.
Yeah. But no, like I say, I would honestly, I like the whole fact that they say they brought back the dire wolf. For me, that's something worth bringing back because I mean, I don't know. A lot of people will probably use that wolf's genes to breed in a new type species. Canine?
Yes.
Well, I mean, they used what common dogs to breed them with. I can't
Yeah, they
remember
found
the
some
species.
ancient DNA, yes.
Hmm. I mean, the most direct descendant, I guess, from wolves you can contribute to huskies.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
that's true. Huskies.
I mean, that's the most direct lineage to wolf species that's current right now that wasn't genetically enhanced or anything of that sort.
Yeah, it's not
Uh,
that would be like up in Siberia and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, you can get a husky anywhere now. It's the new
Yeah,
That's
age.
true. Yeah.
no, it's true, but I think what Quibus means are the most purest bred of husky would be the ones up in Alaska and Siberia around there.
Yes.
But when it comes to anything on the canine field and
Mm,
so on as well, this would
mm.
be like the Aussie dingo. They run everywhere around here, but they are so bastardly inbred with stray dogs and stuff. It's not even funny.
Oh shit,
But I've
okay.
I've been to Fraser Island where you see still dingoes because they're an island and they've been landlocked on an island for thousands of years. So they're still the only true pure bred dingoes. It's the size of a border collie and it's a friendly animal. I've accidentally fed one where I shouldn't have by hand. Um, yeah, it's a wild pack animal. And I was running through the bush
Mm,
looking for a peace spot in Fraser Island. I turned around and it was three dingoes stalking me.
Oh dear.
I mean,
Yeah, you just slap
if
you just slap your hands together and they go running because they small. They're not big, but if they'll go for kids and stuff. No question about it because it's a pack animal looking for
mm,
food.
mm,
if you just think of all the animals that have been wiped out because of our human species, like
Yeah, you don't
deforestations and
understand it.
stuff like
Kill them
that.
all. Yeah,
I mean, in that way, I'm glad we can bring some of those animals back because we were the cause of their death.
well said.
But you know, there are lines that should be drawn. You know, like humans shouldn't be remade. They shouldn't be copied. I
Yeah,
mean, the
cloning.
cloning, yeah. But that's the same thing. You're cloning animals that's dead and making them alive again. But that part I don't mind. It's just like
mm.
human beings
But
shouldn't live past their expectation. Period.
here's the thing about cloning, which is let's say if we were able to master cloning, right?
Mm.
If you were to clone yourself, the clone is does he have a soul? And is it really you or is it a different you?
Well,
Yeah, I
at
mean,
this stage, you can't say that because the thing is,
well,
remember, uh, it it's gonna clone you, but it's not gonna clone your memories.
That's
Hmm.
correct. Yes, the brain is extremely integrate, integrate, integrate. But
integrated, I think is the word you're looking for.
yeah, but
It's
it's another couple of
complicated.
hundred years.
Look,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
will
when
be
you,
another good couple of hundred years before humans have the technology to even attempt that,
so
because the sheer amount of information that goes on in the human brain is just it's
yeah,
unthinkable to people.
so I've got a a lead into Rudy's point on a soul. So it's actually there's a science document that a bunch of freaking scientists and everything went through on experimenting with this. Is the soul actually weighs 21 grams? They theorize that the soul physically weighs 21 grams
Based
because they
on
had a
That's a
what?
certain.
very that's a
So
very small
so what
weekly.
happened? So what happened was a bunch of scientists wanted to do research to see if they can find out what the soul is. So a gentleman was literally on his death. They had him on a very sensitive scale, okay, to see whether um, if he dies, and it's said that was when you die, the soul leaves the body. So then there should be a differential in weight. And they had him on the scale, and when he passed, the scale dropped by exactly 21 grams. Exactly. And that was weird as fuck. Mm, mm. I know, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I mean, they had a pick and whole scale. I mean, the whole bed was the scale. So whatever bodily fluids came out was still physically actually on the scale. You see where I'm coming from now. No, 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 true, true.
Right, guys, I really
Look, I mean, they had the guy on that scale 4 hours before he passed.
yeah. All right. Now I appreciate the topic, guys, but I've got another appointment I've got to get to,
Oh,
so I'm gonna have to
fucking
leave you. All right. No, great. No, it
Thanks for
was
your
wonderful.
wonderful.
time.
Thanks for the chat, everybody, and I'll catch up again next week.
All right. Mm, yeah, 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 yeah. No, definitely. I mean, a lot of people got that question. Um, but I mean, it's that's the thing with most people. When scientists come out with something plain, simple, um, they did their tests where it's not too extravagant. Fucking scale, body, 4 hours before time, guy passed away, minus 21 grams. I mean, there. Now everybody is trying to make it more complicated to try and debunk the point of fact. Um, which I've got nothing against when people try and debunk, uh, 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 myths and stuff like that. I mean, that's the point of it. And I mean, it's even the point of this show, whether we believe it or not. Um, and I want to hear from our viewers in the comments what their opinions are on most of this stuff that we talked about. Do they believe in them? Have they seen them physically? Um, and what's their opinions on it? I mean, that's the nice part about having to discuss these things in a rational way. You sit, you talk. Yeah, it's a massive. Yeah, I mean, I, Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people are scared to admit to it that your soul leaves the body, because if the soul leaves the body, that means the soul needs to go somewhere, and that means you believe hell is real and heaven is real and the
Or
abyss between is real.
yes, or
And that's going to scare the shit out of a lot of people, I guess.
yeah,
So, yeah, Sean, do me a favor. Just quickly double check on our sound outputs, because Cobus just sent a message stating that he only hears my sounds and no one else's.
Oh, how I'm muted. Okay, so souls, like I said, admits energy and stuff like that. But Rudy's not really talking, so it's only you that we're talking at this stage.
yeah, you have to forgive me because I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, so I mean, the problem is, like I said, even though this is not today's topic, but seeing we're talking about it, okay? Some people believe you go to hell because you feel guilty about something. So it's not that you did anything, if you did anything bad, that thing that you felt bad for, the thing you felt bad for the most, is going to be your internal torture for the rest of your life until you forgive yourself or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's scary as shit, to be honest. Uh,
So yeah, we're gonna have such raw problems like today. I mute this mic because it picks up every small little noise.
it's
The
a good
next,
mic, bro.
so the next thing for me to do is to create myself a soundproof room so where I can have my discussions.
Yeah,
Yep. I can help you on that one. I'm engineer. Woo!
please help me with mine as well. I need a soundproof wall.
Yeah, but that's for other reasons, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm. Oh boy. Oh,
He wants to hide the noises from his parents.
uh,
I'm an introvert. I want
yeah,
sometimes I want to be loud. Sometimes I cannot be loud.
yeah, 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 baby, shake that shit. Yeah, now you can put a soundproof room. Let's go. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like, there's so much connected to science when it comes to the soul, and I would honestly advise you guys to go and have a look at it. You know, sketch your own opinions. Pop it in the comments. Tell us what you guys think about it.
If there's any
Folklore.
myths we left out, or any legends,
Oh
or
yeah, yeah,
fairy
definitely.
tales you like us to discuss, or
I mean,
even if you like to discuss it with us, just pop us a mail or DM us and or
yeah,
pop a message in chat.
yeah. I mean, we could have contributed the whole myths and legends situation to really old shit like fairies and Thor and minotaurs and the Greek mythology and. But I mean, we wanted to cover it a little bit more recent.
Yes, the recent
Um,
the most things that happened recently,
yes.
especially because the one thing that I think people, well, there's two things that people that I think is going to talk a lot about. Number one, the skinwalker.
Mm.
because that thing has been happening recently and quite a lot to be exact. And
Yeah.
the second one that comes close to it is the Bigfoot. And the thing is, for me personally, the only evidence that I can see about Bigfoot that is very, very real is the howls at night. The sounds it makes.
Yeah.
I mean, that is unexplainable. And it's actually scary if you think about it, because something that far away, deep into the forest, making that kind of howls at night, yeah, it makes you question if you want to be around that area. So, and I the thing is, it's a good thing. It is not as it's not hostile. It mainly tries to get away from you and try to chase you away, but it will not attack you. So that's one thing I can say about Bigfoot. But yeah, we do not know much about it to know its behavior, what it's actually going to do to a human. The thing is, some people think, "Oh, I'm just gonna grab a shotgun and shoot at it." That's probably the biggest mistake you can ever make in your
Yeah.
life. So,
Okay,
No, I totally
I have a
agree.
question for chat. Sorry, James. So, chat, I want your opinion on this. We want your opinion on this. So, what do you think a skinwalker really is? Is it an apex predator that just comes from somewhere that can shapeshift? Is it some type of demon? What do you think it is? Let us know.
I mean, what's your opinion on a skinwalker, Rick?
I I don't think it's a
um,
demon. I think it's some type of apex predator. My
well,
opinion.
the thing is, Skinwalker. For me personally, the word Skinwalker, it came from, I think the original origin came from the rake. Um,
Actually, the skinwalkers contributed to the Navajo culture.
yes, yes,
Um, yeah.
well, what I remember when I first
Mm,
heard about the Skinwalker, the first one to pop in mind was the rake. And then
mm,
suddenly the skinwalker appeared. I do not really understand what a skinwalker is, but based on its behaviors and based on what it can do, I don't think it's an apex predator, because usually animals have a natural way of life. The
mm,
chameleon can change its skin color to blend in with the environment.
mm,
Certain things, like even the snake in India, where it uses its tail to make it look like an insect to draw the birds closer to catch the birds.
mm,
This one changes its appearance completely. It can change it to anything it wants. I at that point I don't think it's some kind of an animal. It definitely has some intelligence. So I think it's some sort form of a demon. My personal opinion. Because this thing is using it chooses its form. It chooses to use a voice. So this thing is more than just an animal, to be fair. So that's all I can say. That's why I think it is some sort of a demon, because the way it looks, the way it reacts, it's too smart to be an apex predator.
What about alien?
Well, if it's an alien, um, then
Uh,
that would be concerning.
look, I mean, like I said, this comes all the way back from the Navajo culture. They say that the skinwalker was actually it was contributed to witchcraft. The witches used to transform themselves into animals. I mean, we've seen a lot of shows, science fiction shows, where there was a Indian tribe that could, the whole tribe could turn into, um, wolves and
Yeah,
eagles. And
you're talking about that's also based on that vampire movie.
no, 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 no. I'm talking. There's even other movies contributed to that before that time. Um, I'm not a fan of Vampire Diaries, just so you know. My wife is, but I mean, the culture from the Navajo stated that it's a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. Um,
So you say witches and
like a
warlocks.
like a druid.
yeah. So I mean, I would honestly say if it's contributed to the mythology of witchcraft, then yeah, it's not friendly. Let's just put it that way. It's not friendly at all. So in the chat they say it's um my sound quality is a bit low there, Sean. Is it? Yeah, yeah. I don't have a
Yeah,
face
on
to
my side, it's as high as it can be. I can't put it lower or higher. So if it's low, it must be either from your Discord setting or something.
check your Discord setting on my volume.
My Discord will only show my setting.
Okay. Just gonna pop it up here a little. My controller on this side. But yeah, so that's my opinion on most of these skinwalkers. Um, Tell us in the comments what you guys think about it. Um,
Also, let us think, is there anything specific you like to talk to us about as well? Would you like us to return to a previous topic and add more information about something you would like us specifically to talk us about?
yeah, let the viewers choose the topic for the next show. I like that idea.
Well, I mean, hopefully they get back in time, or else I will have to pick a topic a day before so we can just prepare, because we
Yeah,
do
yeah.
need a time to prepare. I would like to do this broadcast 3 times a week, say, like we're doing today on a Tuesday, or maybe only twice a week on a Tuesday and a Friday, and maybe a bonus broadcast if it's in demand.
Yeah, we'll do like a Sunday brunch chat.
Yeah, but because I think like twice a week is good for now. But we're going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to stay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And you'll get nothing but the truth and nothing but raw from us.
And nothing
Yeah,
but assholes.
yeah. Most more than others, but yeah, it's my personal opinion.
Yeah, so I think that does it for today's show. So if we can have any feedback by Thursday, or else I'll choose a topic, or I'll discuss with the other gentlemen if there's something they would like to discuss. Obviously, I take everyone's opinion in consideration.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
So
for that, thank you for connecting with us. Until next time, don't forget to laugh, connect, and laugh some more. Bye.
don't be a stranger. Cheerio.
Chains of the past, a heavy weight bound to the earth, sealed by fate. Arise, my soul, break free from the night. Ignite the fire, claim your might. We are the storm, the thunder's roar, unleashing chaos forevermore. Shattering silence, breaking the mold. A heavy metal army, bold and bold. Lost in the darkness, a solitary sight. A battle within, a never-ending fight. Rise from the ashes, reborn and strong. A force of nature, righting the wrong.